Caleb Gray's sudden appearance shattered the tension, his questions immediately challenging Henry's lies about his marriage to my pregnant mother, Yvette. Caleb then played a recording revealing a starkly different truth. My mother proposed a pragmatic marriage to Henry, a business arrangement to secure a father for her child before her anticipated death from a weak heart, offering him financial benefits in return for my guardianship and survival. Henry's greedy acceptance was clear on the recording, along with my mother's chilling warning about the consequences if anything happened to me. What desperate move was Henry about to make? And with the truth finally out, what does the future hold for the company and for me? Henry, who knew that he was finished, yelled furiously, "You think you've won, Nora? Someone like you who's just like your mother doesn't know anything about real family. Even if you become rich, you'll still be all alone, unlike us. At least the three of us are still a family." "Three?" I thought, a cold amusement twisting my lips. I took a step forward, my gaze fixed on Henry. "Henry," I said, my voice deceptively calm, "since you've been my father for the last 19 years, why don't I give you a parting gift?" "A gift?" A flicker of avarice crossed Henry's face, his eyes narrowing. I, however, had a different kind of gift in mind. I reached into my pocket and handed him the other DNA test result. "I hope you appreciate what I got you," I said, my voice devoid of any warmth. Henry observed the document, his brow furrowed. Wendy, standing anxiously beside him, breathed a sigh of relief. Their financial situation was dire, their extravagant lifestyle unsustainable without the monthly dividends. She turned back to Henry, her smile expectant. "What is it, Henry?" He slowly raised his head, his gaze locking onto Wendy's. "Who is Angela's father?" he demanded, his voice a guttural snarl. Wendy's eyes widened in terror. She glared at me, her usual pretense of victimhood gone, replaced by a raw, menacing fury. "What did you give him, Nora?" I lowered my gaze, my voice cool and indifferent. "Nothing much, just an extra DNA test I had done. Of course, if you two don't think it's genuine, you can always get another lab to redo it." Henry's gaze snapped back to Wendy, his eyes burning with suspicion. "Tell me the truth, Wendy. Is Angela my daughter? You'd better not lie to me." Wendy took a few quick steps towards the police officers, using them as a shield. Peeking out from behind their broad backs, she spat, her voice venomous. "That's right, Angela isn't your daughter. But this is all because of you, Henry." Henry recoiled, his face a mask of shock. Wendy's voice broke, thick with unshed tears and years of resentment. "You threw me aside for money back then. After you married that woman, you promised you'd marry me once she died. But what happened? You started fooling around with someone else. You never once brought up our plans again." A fierce, almost vengeful look came over Wendy's face. "You said that woman, Yvette, refused to let you touch her, so you were with me during the marriage. But what happened in the end? After using me, you decided to forget your promise? What makes you think you can do that, Henry? I couldn't let those years go to waste." Her voice rose, fueled by a bitter rage. "I had no other choice, Henry. Since you refused to marry me, I had to do something. Besides, I couldn't ever get pregnant with you, so I decided to try with another man. It was only after I became pregnant that you finally gave in and married me." Henry's face contorted with furious disbelief. Wendy sneered, her earlier fear replaced by a cruel satisfaction. "It's my fault? You couldn't have any children, Henry. We were together for so many years, but I never got pregnant. One night with another man, and it happened. Why don't you admit that you're sterile?" Henry roared, his face a mask of unadulterated rage. "Shut the hell up." Wendy, however, wasn't afraid. She even said arrogantly, "You're too old now anyway, so calm down. Angela still thinks of you as her father, but if you continue carrying on like this, we won't treat you the same." Henry looked at her, his anger slowly giving way to a desperate resignation. A moment later, he closed his mouth, the fight seemingly draining out of him. A tightness gripped his chest, and suddenly a metallic taste filled his throat. He coughed, and a mouthful of blood splattered onto the porch. Then his eyes rolled back, and he fainted. Wendy, her earlier fury replaced by a shrill panic, screamed for an ambulance. The fiasco, it seemed, was finally finished. Roxanne and the cameraman tried to slip away during the ensuing chaos, but were intercepted by Captain Ford. You are hereby charged with the following offenses: trespassing on private property and filming and sharing content without the owner's consent. Please come with us. While the police were arresting them, I turned to Caleb, a strange mix of exhaustion and a quiet satisfaction washing over me. I took the recorder pen and said, "It seems like my mother trusted your family very much." Caleb smiled gently, a warmth in his melancholic eyes. "I'm surprised you haven't asked me who your real father is, Nora." I looked up at him, a genuine shock registering on my face. "You know who he is?" Does Caleb really know who my actual father is? Or is he lying to get something from me? Can I find my father and make my children meet him? Is he still alive?
Hi, Nora here. If you are wondering what happens next, then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of Saving Nora Now with the link in the description.